In 2008, I was a single mum to two beautiful boys, Tyler and Ryan. That was when I first started talking to your daddy. His name was Michael. He was a high school sweetheart, and we hit it off again straight away, just like old times. When we got together in early 2009, I hadn't really put much thought into having any more kids because of my failed relationship with the boy's father. So we went along for quite a while, just enjoying each other's company and enjoying our time with my boys, until 2010, when we started thinking maybe we would like some more kids. So when we started trying, we got pregnant almost straight away. But in June of 2010, we lost our first baby at 13 weeks. It was the worst day of my life. For months after, I could barely eat, I could barely speak to anybody, and I certainly couldn't be around other babies. So when I found out I was pregnant again, only a few months later, I was terrified. Was even more terrified when we went for our first ultrasound and were told that we were having quads. Our reaction was, as you can imagine, not exactly a happy one. But after a few weeks, we started to get used to having 4 babies. That was until we saw the multiple specialist and another ultrasound was done, and we found that all 4 of our beautiful babies had died 2 weeks before Christmas 2010. After the loss of our quads, we decided that that was it. We weren't going to have any more babies. And we just got on with life as best we could. There were a lot of ups and downs. I always questioned, why did I deserve to lose 5 babies to the love of my life? Why didn't we deserve to have children together? All of the whys that a mother that loses her babies asks. Around a year later, we found out we were pregnant with you. It was the most terrifying, bittersweet day of our lives. As each ultrasound passed, we began to be a little more optimistic. That was until at 18 weeks, we found out that not only was my placenta posterior, but I had a grade 3 placenta previa. And at that point in time, the placenta was only sitting a centimetre away from my cervix. So at that point, Mummy admitted defeat and figured that once again she would lose another precious baby. But you stayed strong. You stayed in there until 25 weeks, when I had a severe hemorrhage and ended up being taken to Nepean Hospital and placed in the labour suite. A doctor came around and told us that we may be having our baby that night, that if they couldn't get the bleeding to stop, or if they couldn't get the contractions under control, they were taking you, and that you may not survive. Nobody slept that night. It was terrifying. One of the worst nights of my life. By morning, my contractions had subsided and the bleeding had stopped. So I was taken up to the ward for 8 days, where I had 2 more bleeds and threatened preterm labour. After 8 days, we were informed that a placental abruption was imminent, but that they were sending me home because there was nothing more that they could do. Their only hope was that I could get to the hospital in time when the placental abruption occurred. Everything was fine until 30 weeks and 5 days. I awoke from a nap to get a drink of water. As I walked out to the kitchen, I felt a huge gush. I had assumed my waters had broken, so I followed my mother-in-law Jenny into the bathroom to check things out. As I removed my pants, the blood was just gushing out of me. I've never seen that much blood in my whole life. Within 5 minutes, she had me at that hospital and screamed until somebody came. Within 15 minutes of being at the hospital, I was wheeled into surgery where I was put to sleep. I do not know what happened after that, but I was told that you coded 3 times before I awoke. When I awoke, I was very happy to know that you were still alive and being prepped by the NETS team to go to Nepean Hospital. But when they told me that I wasn't to follow you, I was devastated. I wanted so badly to hold you, to touch you, to smell you. But for 2 days, I didn't get to see you until I was discharged and driven down to Nepean to be by your side. Nothing could prepare me for what I saw when I got there. You were so tiny and hooked up to so many machines that I was terrified to even put my hand in the humidity crib to touch you because I was scared I would break you. But against all odds, you survived. And day by day, Daddy and I watched you get stronger and stronger until 7 weeks, 5 days, the day you come home, was the happiest day of my life. I've never been happier. You are the shining star of this house. Your brothers and your daddy and your mummy love you more than anything in this world. For the past 13 months now, I have watched you grow into a beautiful little boy. Such a smart little boy. Just a joy to be around every moment of every day. And we feel blessed to have you because it could have been different. Placental abruption could have taken your life, but you survived. You fought against all the odds to stay here on earth with us, and we are forever grateful to have you here. You are the best thing that has ever happened to all of us, and I enjoy watching you grow day by day. And I know that your 5 brothers or sisters will be looking down on you and looking out for you every day of your life. We love you, little man, and we couldn't be prouder.